All right, so today we're going to help get you ready for a victim support officer interview,
Yeah,
which is a tough field,
it is.
but so rewarding.
Super rewarding.
We're going to be using 3 resources today,
Oh,
all from RoleCatcher.
okay.
Their Victim Support Officer Career Guide,
Mm-hmm.
their Interview Guide,
All right.
and their AI platform.
Wow, that's a lot of resources
I know it is.
for one job.
It is. But, this deep dive is really going to be your secret weapon to acing this interview.
And what I really like about all these resources is that they
Uh-huh.
don't just give you like sample answers.
Right.
Like they really dive into what the interviewer is looking for and the skills that matter.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're going to unpack all of that.
Okay, first things first, we need to paint a picture of what a victim support officer actually does.
Yeah.
So the Career Guide defines it as providing assistance and counseling to individuals who have been victimized by or have witnessed crimes.
But it's way more than that.
It is way more than that.
It is.
Right.
It's about being there for people in crisis
Yeah.
and helping them navigate all the emotional and practical fallout of a crime.
Exactly. And imagine someone who's just experienced a traumatic event.
Yeah,
Like, they need someone who can just listen to them without judgment,
absolutely.
offer them advice, connect them with resources to heal.
And move forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a heavy responsibility.
Yeah.
And the Career Guide doesn't shy away from the emotional demands of the job.
No, it doesn't.
Like, it's not for everyone.
Right.
But if you are someone who's drawn to helping people in these really dark moments,
Yeah.
it can be incredibly fulfilling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Oh.
you're going to be working in a variety of settings like
Yeah.
hospitals and police stations to courts and
You're-
even online.
online.
Technology is playing a big role in victim support these days.
Yeah.
So you need to be adaptable
Mhm.
and comfortable using all different platforms
Right.
to connect with your clients.
Okay, so let's get into the interview itself. So the RoleCatcher Interview Guide lists common questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to break down not just what to say, but why those answers matter.
Oh, I like that.
So first question is, can you tell us about your previous experience working with victims of crime?
Oh.
Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, I haven't worked in this field before.
Well,
What do I say?
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do?
Well, this is where those transferable skills come in.
Okay.
Even if you haven't directly worked with victims of crime, you've probably had experiences that demonstrate, empathy,
Yeah.
active listening, problem solving,
Hmm.
and the ability to handle sensitive situations.
Right.
So think about, volunteer work, community involvement, even personal experiences where you've supported someone through a difficult time.
Yeah, I love that. So it's not just about listing your job titles.
Right.
It's about telling stories that illustrate your character and your ability to connect with people.
Exactly. And this is where the AI from RoleCatcher is so helpful. It analyzes job descriptions and helps you tailor your answers
Oh,
to highlight those specific skills that they're looking for.
interesting.
So if the job description emphasizes like trauma-informed care,
Mm-hmm.
you can use the AI to make sure you're incorporating that language.
Into your responses.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How do you prioritize your workload when dealing with multiple clients?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
Because a victim support officer often juggles a lot of cases at once.
Exactly. This is all about demonstrating your organizational skills,
Yes.
time management,
Yes.
and ability to stay calm under pressure.
Absolutely.
So think about a time when you had to manage multiple deadlines
Hmm.
or competing priorities. How
Yeah.
did you stay organized?
Right. How did you communicate effectively?
Exactly. And, the key is to adapt that experience to the context of this role.
Yes.
So, for example, if I was juggling a demanding college course load
Mm-hmm.
and a part-time job, I could talk about how I used a planner, set priorities, and communicate proactively with my professors and supervisors to stay on track.
Exactly.
Right.
And you can weave in insights from the career guide
Okay?
to add depth to your answer.
Okay.
Like, for instance, the guide mentions the importance of self-care and stress management in this role.
Right.
So you can talk about how you prioritize your own well-being
Mm-hmm.
to ensure you're showing up effectively.
For your clients.
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about confidentiality,
Okay.
which is a cornerstone of victim support.
It is.
So the question you're likely to get is, how do you ensure confidentiality and privacy when working with victims of crime?
Right.
This is where you really showcase your understanding the sensitive nature of this work.
Absolutely. I mean, the interviewer needs to know that you understand the legal and ethical implications.
Of confidentiality.
Yes.
So,
So mention specific measures you take, like adhering to data protection policies,
Mm-hmm.
maintaining secure records, and obtaining informed consent before you share any information.
Yeah, and it's not just about reciting policies. Can you give an example of how to demonstrate this understanding in a more concrete way?
Sure, let's say you volunteered for like a crisis hotline.
Right.
You could talk about the strict confidentiality protocols that you followed,
Mm-hmm.
how you ensured, client information was handled securely,
Right.
and the importance of maintaining boundaries
Yeah.
to protect client privacy.
Okay, that paints a much clearer picture. So it's not just about knowing the rules.
No.
It's about showing that you've applied them in real-life situations.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI
Yeah.
can help you tailor your answer to the specific organization you're applying to.
Oh.
Their database includes information on tons of victim support organizations.
Wow.
So you can highlight your familiarity with their specific confidentiality policies.
That's a great tip.
Okay.
Another call that you might encounter is, can you describe a time when you had to de-escalate a situation with someone who was upset or agitated?
Ooh, good one.
Right.
Because you will be working with people going through incredibly difficult experiences,
Yeah.
and emotions can run high.
Exactly.
So the interviewer wants to see that you can remain calm, empathetic, and effective.
in challenging situations.
Yes.
So it's not about winning an argument or forcing someone to calm down.
Right.
It's about creating a safe space for them
Exactly.
to express their emotions.
Yes.
And helping them find a path forward.
Exactly. Think about a time when you encountered someone who was, angry, upset, or distressed. How did you approach the situation?
Yeah.
What techniques did you use to
Mhm.
de-escalate the situation?
What was the outcome?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
What's that?
It's all about drawing on real-life experiences.
Yes.
Even if they're not directly related to victim support, and showing how those experiences have equipped you to handle the challenges of this role.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's AI can help you analyze those experiences and identify those key skills that you've developed.
Okay.
It can even suggest ways to frame your answers to make them more compelling
Interesting.
and relevant to the specific job you're applying for.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part, but we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll tackle even more challenging interview questions
Yes.
and delve deeper into how RoleCatcher can help you land your dream job.
We'll be back.
All right, see you then.
Bye, Em.
Bye.
Welcome back. We're going to dive deeper into those interview questions
All right, let's do it.
for those aspiring victim support officers.
Yeah.
And remember,
Yeah.
it's not just about, knowing the answers.
Right.
You really want to demonstrate that compassion
Yeah.
and commitment to empowering people who have been through some tough situations.
Exactly. So it's not enough to just know the right answers.
Right.
You have to convey that you genuinely care
Yes, you do.
about helping people.
Yes.
All right, let's tackle another challenging question.
Okay.
Imagine a client discloses a crime, but is hesitant to report it to the authorities.
Okay.
How would you approach this situation?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
Right.
Ethically.
Yeah.
And that's what the interviewer wants to see.
Yeah.
You navigate that, so you need to balance your empathy
Mhm.
with your understanding of those legal and ethical obligations.
Right.
And remember, your primary role is to support the client
Yeah.
and their decisions,
Not pressure them.
not pressure them.
Exactly. So how do we thread that needle in the interview?
Yeah.
What would be a strong answer?
Well, you could start by acknowledging that complexity. So you
Yeah.
could say something like, I understand that reporting a crime is a deeply personal decision, and I would absolutely respect the client's right to choose what feels safest for them.
Okay, so I'm showing I know the process, but I'm not pushing my own agenda. Okay, what kind of concrete steps could I highlight to show I'm handling the situation responsibly?
Well, you could mention providing information
Okay.
about, the benefits and risks of reporting. You could offer to accompany them
Got
to the police station if they do choose to report,
Yeah.
or connect them with other support services like legal aid
Yeah,
or counseling.
got it.
The key is to really demonstrate that you're equipped to guide them through that decision-making process while respecting their autonomy.
Makes sense. It's about empowerment, not coercion.
Exactly.
Now let's switch gears to a question that I feel like is becoming more and more relevant these days.
Okay.
How has technology impacted the way you provide victim support? And how do you see it shaping the future of this field?
That's a good one. That's open-ended. So it
Right.
gives you a chance to showcase your adaptability
Mm-hmm.
and forward thinking.
Right.
So we've already talked about remote counseling.
Yeah.
But technology's impact goes beyond that.
For sure.
So think about how you use technology in your own life to connect with people, access information, and seek support.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So I use social media to connect with friends, online forums for information, and even like meditation apps for support.
Exactly.
Right.
Now apply those insights to victim support.
Okay.
So you could mention online support groups, mobile apps for safety planning, or even using virtual reality to help clients cope with trauma.
So, like, technology has made victim support more accessible online support groups,
Yeah.
combat isolation, while mobile apps provide discrete access to safety planning tools.
I believe VR has the potential to revolutionize trauma therapy.
Excellent.
Right.
You've not only acknowledged the present impact,
Yeah.
but you've also hinted at those future possibilities.
Right.
So you want to come across as someone who's engaged
With the field.
with the evolution of the field.
We've covered a lot of ground with these sample questions.
Yeah, we have.
But before we jump into the RoleCatcher AI magic.
I want to tackle one more question that I feel like often trips people up.
Okay.
Can you tell us about a time you had to collaborate with other professionals to support someone in need?
Oh, that's a good one.
Right.
Because victim support is rarely a solo effort.
Yeah.
You're going to be working with social workers, police officers, therapists, lawyers,
Mhm.
all these other professionals to ensure that the client receives holistic care.
So they're looking for someone who's a team player,
Yes,
not a lone wolf.
absolutely.
But how do I really showcase that effectively in the interview?
Well, think about a time when you worked on a team project
Oh.
or collaborated with colleagues
Mhm.
or even coordinated efforts with different organizations.
Yeah.
It could be a work project, a volunteer experience, or a community initiative.
Okay.
The key is to highlight your contributions to the team,
Mhm.
your ability to communicate effectively,
Yeah.
and your willingness to collaborate to get the best outcome for that person you were supporting.
Okay, so even if my experience isn't directly related to victim support,
Mm-hmm.
I can still draw parallels
Yes.
and show how those experiences have prepared me for this role.
Yes.
Okay, but what if I get a follow-up question?
Okay.
Like, what were some of the challenges you faced while working with other professionals, and how did you overcome them?
That's a great question.
Right.
Because it's designed to assess your conflict resolution skills. And collaboration isn't always smooth sailing.
Right.
You will have to navigate different opinions, priorities, and approaches.
Exactly.
But the key is to show that you can handle those challenges constructively
Yeah.
and professionally.
So instead of saying, like, everything went perfectly,
Right.
I should be prepared to talk about a specific challenge.
Yes.
Like a disagreement over a client's care plan
Mm-hmm.
and how I addressed it through, open communication, active listening, and a willingness to find common ground.
Exactly.
Right.
And remember, you can use RoleCatcher's AI to analyze your response
Okay.
and make sure you're hitting those right notes. It can even suggest ways to frame your answer,
Mm-hmm.
to highlight specific collaboration skills that are really valued in those roles.
Perfect.
Like conflict resolution
Wow.
and active listening.
This has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad.
But I'm ready to hear more about how RoleCatcher's AI can help us polish these answers
Me too.
and really make them shine.
Let's do it.
So let's dive into that next.
Get ready to unlock the power of AI.
Okay, so we're back and ready to unlock the power of RoleCatcher's AI
Yes.
to help you nail that victim support officer interview.
It's like I said, a secret weapon
Yes,
in your interview arsenal.
totally. And we've talked about showcasing those transferable skills, tailoring your answers,
Mm-hmm.
and really understanding what interviewers are looking for.
Yeah,
RoleCatcher's AI platform just takes it to a whole nother level.
it does.
Okay, so I'm intrigued. Let's start with the CV and resume builder.
Okay.
How does that work? It's magic.
So imagine this. You upload your existing resume or CV, and RoleCatcher's AI just gets to work.
Okay.
It analyzes all your skills and experience
Mhm.
and then compares them to the specific requirements of the job that you're applying for.
Okay.
It's like having a personal recruiter,
Yeah.
highlighting those areas where you really shine
Okay.
and suggesting ways to make your application even stronger.
So it's not just about making my CV look pretty.
No,
It's about making sure it speaks directly to the employer's needs.
exactly. And all those automated systems that employers use these days to screen applications,
Oh, yeah.
this is going to help you get past those filters and
Uh.
get into the hands of a real person.
That's amazing.
Okay.
But the AI magic doesn't stop there,
It doesn't.
right? RoleCatcher also helps with like actual interview practice.
It does, and this is where it gets really exciting.
Okay.
So once you've got your CV sorted,
Yeah.
you can use their interview practice feature.
Yeah.
It's like having a mock interview with an AI expert who's analyzing all of your responses
Wow.
and giving you feedback.
Okay, so I've practiced my answers using RoleCatcher's interview guide.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of feedback can the AI give me?
Well, it analyzes your answers on so many different levels.
Okay.
So first, the content.
Mm-hmm.
Is it relevant? Does it demonstrate your understanding? Are you providing specific examples?
Okay.
But it also analyzes your delivery.
Oh.
Are you speaking clearly? Are you confident?
Mm-hmm.
Are you making eye contact? Is your body language appropriate?
Wow, that's comprehensive.
It is.
I tend to get a little flustered during interviews.
Yeah.
So getting feedback on my delivery would be so helpful.
Yeah.
Does it also factor in things like tone of voice and pacing?
Yes. It takes all of that into account.
Oh, wow.
And it provides specific actionable feedback.
Okay.
It's not just telling you what you're doing wrong.
Right.
It's giving you suggestions to improve.
Okay, so if I'm talking too fast or using too much jargon, the AI will flag that
Yes, it will.
and give me tips on how to adjust.
Yeah, it might suggest slowing down your pace, using simpler language, or providing more context.
Wow.
It's all about helping you present yourself in the best possible light.
Right.
And it goes even further.
Oh.
They also have a video practice feature.
Wow.
So you can record yourself answering those questions.
Okay.
And get AI feedback on your on-camera presence.
That's incredible. So I can practice my answers, see how I come across,
Yeah.
and get personalized feedback.
All in one platform.
All in one platform.
Wow. It's like having a whole interview prep team.
At your fingertips.
Yes.
I'm sold on this RoleCatcher AI, but how does this actually translate into getting the job?
Well, you've got a CV that's tailored to the job. You've practiced your answers. You've received personalized feedback.
Yeah.
You're going into that interview with a level of preparation
Yeah.
that most candidates just won't have.
And that confidence can make all the difference.
Oh, absolutely.
When you feel prepared, you're relaxed, you're more yourself,
Yeah.
and your passion for the role just shines through.
It does, and that's what interviewers are looking for.
Yeah.
Someone who's qualified,
Yeah,
but also passionate
exactly.
about helping victims of crime.
So RoleCatcher's AI isn't turning you into a robot
No,
or feeding you like canned answers.
not at all.
It's about showcasing your authentic self
Yes.
in a way that highlights your strengths
Yes.
and prepares you for success.
It's about empowerment,
Yeah.
not automation.
We have covered so much ground today,
We have.
from understanding the complex role of a victim support officer to tackling those tough interview questions and exploring how RoleCatcher's resources, especially that AI platform,
Yes.
can give you a real edge.
It can.
But remember, this deep dive is just the beginning.
It is.
Your own preparation, your passion for helping others, that's what's going to really drive you.
Absolutely.
We want to leave you with this thought. As a victim support officer, you'll be working with people at their most vulnerable.
Yes.
What personal qualities do you think are most important for building trust and providing that support?
That's a good question. Let that question guide you. Good luck, and remember, you've got this.
Yes, you do. We'll see you next time.